Supreme kind of needed this week. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the week 12 drop list for Supreme dropping on May 12th. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. As you guys can see, I'm on Drops by Jay's Instagram. He's definitely the guy to follow if you're looking for what pieces are coming out that week. And as most of you know, the big collab for this week is Stone Island, and I'm actually a huge fan of Stone Island and always love their collabs with Supreme. With that being said, all of this stuff is probably going to be pretty expensive and will sell out really quickly, so definitely going to be harder pieces to get, but I will actually probably try for a couple of the pieces. The one piece I want is like one of the most expensive, if I think it is the most expensive piece, but I probably will not be going for that. But enough talking, let's just go ahead and look at the pieces here. So this first piece is actually my favorite. As you guys can tell, it looks like a reversible jacket. It's I imagine this is faux fur. I haven't seen Supreme make like a real fur jacket, but I love these. I think both the black one and the yellow one are really hard. I would just wear it with the fur out all the time, so I would kind of assume I would just go for the black one because I would want the inside of the hood to be black when I have the fur showing out. But I actually do like the yellow one a lot too, so if I were able to get these pieces, I would love to. I think they're a little out of my price range. I imagine they're going to be like over $1,000 for sure. I think the price list that I'm going to show later in this video is estimating them to be like $1,200. So yeah, definitely a piece that I think is really fire, but probably one I won't be adding to my wardrobe just due to price. And then moving on, we've got like another little anorak type of jacket, and it's just hooded. It'll be cool to see if there's more colors of this or if it's just the black and this like Mona Lisa print one. I gotta be honest, I'm not feeling these Mona Lisa pieces. I feel like they're just kind of lazy. Kind of looks like they just literally plopped the painting onto items and we're like, yeah, that looks good, and then oh, we'll put like a Stone Island look on there and people will think it's really cool. So yeah, these are pieces that I think are pretty big misses. But as far as like the plainer pieces go, this black anorak, I really like it, and I really like these just basic tees too. So yeah, if I'm able to get any of those pieces, I definitely would. And yeah, we'll see how quickly everything sells out. I imagine it's going to move pretty quickly. And then moving on, we've got more jackets and more pants that match these jackets, and I think all these are really cool. I think my favorite one is this like lightest colorway, but I think I would wear all of these pieces. I don't know if I would wear like the whole outfits together. Maybe if I was like going to something like an event or something, but everyday wear I would probably just mix and match them with other pieces in my wardrobe. But I do like all these pieces individually, and I think it's really interesting how they've got like the buttons so far over. It's not like dead center. I think that was like a cool design aspect, and I just love Stone Island's camo. So yeah, I think they executed this really well, and like I said, I do think this is my favorite colorway, this one on the right, but I do like all these. So moving on to the next pieces, we've got hoodie and sweatpants, and to be honest, these are just okay in my opinion. It'll be interesting to see them on. I feel like these pictures don't really do them justice, but I don't love this like just downstripe logo that I think it says Supreme at one point here, and then you got like the Stone Island patch and then it says Stone Island Supreme. They're alright. I just don't think they're super cool, and I think, to be honest, you'd be better off just buying something from Stone Island. I'm sure they'll have like pretty good resale value just because it is Supreme Stone Island. But yeah, I think Stone Island has cooler pieces by themselves as far as sweatpants and sweatshirts go. So yeah, these pieces I think are okay. They don't really bother me. I don't think they're bad by any means, but they're not something that I would really want in my wardrobe super bad either. So with that being said, I'm just kind of going to sit out on this sweatpant and sweat top. And then moving on, we've got like these 5-panel hats as the same colorways as those tops and bottoms. I think all the colorways are cool. I think Stone Island, like I said, their camo, they just execute it really well, and I'm sure the material is going to be really nice, like a nice nylon type of material. And yeah, I don't love 5-panel hats, as I've said in my previous videos, so these are not for me, but at the same time I think these are cool. And with the bucket hats, I would probably wear one of these. I'm not like a huge bucket hat kind of guy, and I don't, like I said, I just don't love this design that they've went with, but at the same time I think it works better on these hats than it does on the sweatpants and the sweatshirts. So yeah, both of these hats I think are both styles of these hats I think are pretty good, and I think all the colorways are pretty solid. If I were to go with ones, I would go with the same colorway of like the matching outfit that I talked about earlier with this lighter colorway, and then I would go with the tan hat. I just feel like that's like the most like kind of beach vibes, or like the most nautical, kind of going with that Stone Island vibe. And then we've got these bags with the same design as those bucket hats and as the sweatpants and sweatshirts, and I don't like these. Yeah, just if you're gonna buy a bag, I feel like you have a lot better options than buying a bag like this, but who knows, I'm sure there'll be people out there who really like these. So obviously everyone's opinion differs, but these are not for me. And then we've just got like a lookbook type style picture of them wearing all these pieces. But yeah, the Mona Lisa stuff is just a big miss for me. Let me know how you guys feel about it down below. I saw people talking about it on Instagram. They didn't seem really too fond of it either, so hopefully I'm not the only one in that boat. I think they could have done a lot cooler of design with that, since I don't know how that goes with the licensing and everything. I'm not sure if it's hard to get or if it's just something that's like free to the public because the painting is so old, but I imagine they had to go through some hoops to get that kind of stuff, so you would have expected them to go more in depth with the designs. And then this next thing we have here is a sticky note molded lamp. So this will be interesting. Not really something that I think I would buy. I'm not sure if this is a reference to something. I would imagine it is, but I'm not sure what the reference is. So if you guys are aware of what it is, leave a comment down below. But it's just a sticky note, kind of like making a winky face and holding a gun. So kind of an odd thing, and it glows. But yeah, I don't know. Not for me. But maybe this is just like a cool reference that I just don't know about. So, and then moving on to like the more regular pieces in this collection. First off, we've got the East Broadway hoodie, and this is original artwork by Ben Trogdon, and I've actually never heard of Ben Trogdon, and I don't love this piece. I think like it would be cooler if it was just the picture, maybe in this like little red star. But yeah, the artwork on top of the picture just kind of throws me off. Not something that I really find appealing. It almost kind of gives me like Ed Hardy vibes, but at the same time it's just like too much going on. And yeah, like I said, just not for me. And next we have more baseball stuff. So as you guys know, they released the Franklin gloves a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was just last week. But anyways, I think these are really cool. It looks like the sleeves are attachable or detachable. And yeah, obviously it's like a very baseball-esque type of shirt. In the little corner here, or like little chest logo, it says Supreme Spring Training. You can't really tell in this picture, but that is what it says. They created like a really cool logo for it. So I actually really love these pieces. Even as someone who doesn't like baseball or anything like that, I think they did a really good job with these. And I imagine we'll see some cool pictures of people wearing the black and red Supreme like baseball shirt, whatever this is, with the baseball gloves. And yeah, I think those would be pretty cool. I honestly am surprised that I like this so much, because I just really don't like baseball, but I really think they killed this design. So good job, Supreme, on this one. And then moving on, I really like this too. So this is called the Open Knit Stripe Zip Polo, and yeah, it's just like a polo, but it's got like a interesting knit. You can't tell too well from this picture, but if you guys go to their Instagram and kind of zoom in on the individual pieces, you'll be able to tell what I'm saying. But it's got this little zipper here, and then it's got like the white Supreme logo on the left chest. I really like this orange and black one. It's definitely my favorite colorway. This like blue, white, and black one, or like gray, white, and black one, I think is all right. This green, black, and brown one I am not feeling, but yeah, I think this orange one is really cool. It's not something that I think would fit great into my wardrobe, but it's a piece that I would definitely add just because I think it's cool. It's something that I could see myself buying and not wearing that often, but I do think I would end up buying this if I came across a deal on it or something like that. And then we've got like chambray types of shirts, I would imagine is the material, with like the jacquard writing across them. I think it just says Supreme. I'm not a big fan of these. I don't think they're terrible, but I'm just not somebody who likes wearing something that just has a logo repeating all over it. So yeah, to each his own with that kind of stuff. And then we've got these sweatpants, and I think these are sick. These are obviously like a homage to Prada, or like a kind of a rip off of Prada, however you want to take that. But I think these are really cool. I'm surprised we haven't seen something like this in the past. I think the red and the gray ones are my favorite, or the black ones, just because they remind me more of the Prada type of stuff. And I like the orange ones a lot. I'm sure the gray ones are going to be sick too. They're this like darker gray. This is really like a tan, I guess. I'm not 100% sure what you call that colorway. The only ones I don't really like are these green ones, which they don't really bother me as much as these like crazy dye ones. I think these are just a little too loud, but with that being said, the silhouette of these is pretty solid, and I wonder like how baggy they are. I think they look like a good bagginess level for my type of style, so these are something that I would definitely think about adding. And yeah, I think if I were to pick a colorway, I would go with this like off-white or tan and red, just because it does remind me of the Prada. But I do like the majority of the colorways of these. And then we've got like olive Hanes tank tops. Don't really care. I'm not like a big tank top wearer, so didn't really matter to me. And then looking at the hats for the week, we've got these reflective camp hats. And like I said earlier, I'm just not too big into camp hats. Even like the Stone Island ones, which I think are really, really sick, probably not something I would wear. I just feel like it kind of would fit weird on my head. And yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people like them, so I think these are really cool. And like I've said in the past couple videos, Supreme has been doing really cool stuff with new technology as far as hats go. Obviously, like reflective isn't something that's completely new, but it's definitely something you don't see a lot of people doing. So another W for Supreme when it comes to innovating with hat materials. I think they have done a great job at that, and seems like they're just going to keep blowing it out of the water for the rest of this season. So huge shout out to them for that, for taking a risk and just doing creative stuff, because obviously it's easy for them to get lazy when they're in the position that they're in. And then moving on to the next set of hats, we've got like the Supreme kind of like graffiti logo on New Era hats. And I'm not like a big flat bill person either, and I don't really love this font. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure some people will like these. Obviously, some people are like huge New Era fans, which makes like sense, because New Era's like got some really cool products, and people who can pull it off definitely, like, I don't know, it's a good look, but it's not really something that I feel comfortable wearing, is like just flat bills or just like New Era caps in general. So there's something that I'll be avoiding too. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this week. I actually think this is a really solid week. I think Supreme kind of needed this week. I think they had a couple rough weeks in a row, but I actually really like this whole collection pretty much. There's not too many pieces that I don't like. The hoodie and the sweatpants, the like East Brooklyn type of thing, not a big fan of. I get it. I do wish the artwork was kind of just like the picture. I wish they didn't like go over the top, but obviously it's out of my control. And yeah, I don't love this like jacquard knit thing, but I think most of these pieces are really cool pieces, and it'll be interesting to see how hard it is to get any of the Stone Island stuff. I honestly have no idea what's going to be the first thing to sell out, which is really interesting. I think maybe it'll just be the Stone Island t-shirts, because those are like the easiest to wear and easiest to sell, because everyone can wear a t-shirt pretty much. You don't have everyone who wants to wear like a faux fur jacket. It's a little bit more of a niche type of thing. So yeah, let me know down below what you guys are trying to get this week. I think maybe I'm gonna try and get those sweatpants that are just like the Prada type of joints, but maybe I'll try and get some of the Supreme Stone Island stuff too. Maybe I'll try getting a t-shirt or one of these jackets. I really like this like all black anorak. That's not like a jacket style that I love wearing, but I do love stuff with hoods, and I would like something that kind of combats the rain and the weather, so might be a cool piece for me to pick up. It'll be interesting to see like how thick they are. It's kind of hard to tell, but I am gonna imagine these pieces are gonna be pretty expensive. And with that being said, before I duck off out of here, here is the price list or price estimations for this week. Obviously these are estimations, so take them with a grain of salt. Don't expect everything to be exactly on point. But with that being said, I do think I agree pretty much with these price ranges, or at least like the estimates. I think they're pretty close. I think maybe we could see the hoodies and these pants being a little bit more expensive, but with that being said, these are pretty close to Stone Island sizes or prices. But most of these items are going to be Stone Island sizing, like in the collab. So if you guys don't know your Stone Island sizing, I would recommend kind of watching some videos on that before the drop, because Stone Island fits differently than Supreme for sure. I have an XL Stone Island hoodie and it fits me pretty snug, and I usually wear like a large in Supreme hoodies and those fit pretty well. So yeah, definitely do your research if you plan on getting any Stone Island and you've never owned any. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this point, if you could hit that like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.